Hi, James. 2 years ago, like I always say, you were walking around. You were only able to move like the chick from the ring that was coming out of the well. You were basically crawling around. What was the nature of your injury? And look at you now. What did you do?
I spent 7 weeks evolving from jellyfish to shrimp to crab. Okay, on the brick mouse floor. Okay, so the old injury that's still with me because ligaments don't heal is the labrum inside of this hip, tore it in 2016. Okay, the back injuries before that had all been on this side. I ruptured this out to the side and one into the middle. So when I had, I didn't, I thought I had two hernias because I had pain on both sides right here going down through the groin. On my way into Baltimore with a 40-pound rucksack on to go to get checked for hernias, which I thought I had, I ended up standing on an oscillation plate on a Baltimore City bus, and I had to stand facing the side. So one leg or the other is going to have to take all of my weight every time I shift. There's like 90 people on this bus. It's a big bus, and I'm the only one that looked like an enemy. So, and since I had hernias, I was afraid I wouldn't be able to pick this backpack up and get it on again.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't want to rupture my guts out. So I put my good leg forward, and I didn't understand why the hernia felt worse over here.
Oh.
It was because this hip was almost torn. Okay, so what happened was after stopping 30 times and having all the weight shift here, and then me keeping my balance on this oscillation plate, and then I hiked, and then I walked around, I trained, I sparred for like, that. This was on Monday the 5th. By the 9th, I woke up, I couldn't bend my leg. I couldn't get a block with a walking stick. So the complete injury profile ended up being two torn labrums, okay, left and right, old one, new one. Two impinged femoral nerves because of my spine collapsing, and because the hips can't do their job, the weight's transferring into the interior, and the nerves go down through the inside of your leg. They control these muscles here. The sciatica just controls the outside here and goes across your toes. These nerves go down to here. This nerve only hurt down to here. This nerve was blowing up all the way down here, and I still haven't been able to fully straighten this leg out for like 2 years. I also had sciatica because I had a ruptured disc when that hip tore. My bottom 5 vertebrae on the right side went like this. They were all touching on the bottom.
You have scoliosis too, right?
A little bit, but that's on the other side.
Okay.
And actually, the scoliosis looks a little bit better since I had this right side collapse because it was the left side scoliosis. And my doc said, you're lucky if there's only 2 discs out. There's probably 2 discs out. It was only 1. So I did luck out there. That's like a 6-week thing for that piece to rot off, okay, and not to have that anymore. But what happened was I lost all the muscle in this, on the inside of this leg. And if you look closely, now I've gained half of it back, you'll see a quiver going through here. That's the nerve. It constantly palpitates. I'm taking nerve medication so I can try to build these muscles back. But this was concave last year. Like what I'm doing right now, I couldn't even do. Okay. And I had 3 holes here where all the muscle had wasted because the nerves ended there. All right. So, yeah, it's twitching now. But I had none of this after like 6 weeks. That was just gone. So I've had to try to, the physical therapy people wouldn't work with me because my pain levels were too high. So I had to make up my own physical therapy. And Dr. Parch just said, whatever doesn't hurt that nerve, don't stretch that nerve, don't twist that nerve. And when the nerve gets angry at you, stop what you're doing and do something else. So I had to invent all my exercises. The first exercise I could do was this, because I couldn't even walk yet. I was up to doing this, where I would go back and forth to get my beer out of the kitchen like this, instead of like the previous one was this. Okay, so what I worked out I could do, I started like the very first day just doing this to try to keep things from stiffening up. And I was doing this for like a couple of hours. I wanted to do like the bicycle motion, but I can't. I still can't do it because of this nerve going through here. So I came up with this as my standard exercise. And after a while, I'll take it all the way over. I'll do between 40 and 200 of these things to get warmed up for doing the stretches that I can do, which is a lot. I can do a lot of different stretches. I've used some modified DPY yoga, which was made by this meathead pro wrestler, but he just modified yoga for people that hadn't really messed up bodies like him.
Diamond Dallas Page, I think.
Right. So, and that was very helpful.
Good. Wow.
I initially did 5 of his introductory exercises, and I modified them for my own purposes.
I had no idea that you had done the DDP yoga. That's
So
cool.
I couldn't achieve a single standard yoga position.
Well, yeah.
Okay, and I'm performance oriented, so trying to do that. So this is stretching the piriformis muscle, and the first day I could walk was the first day I could do this. That was after 7 weeks. Like, I can't do it on this side right now because we sparred yesterday, and this nerve's really angry at me. So I can't stretch my piriformis with that stretch this way. So I have to do it.
I tried. Yeah, that's a good stretch.
I have to keep it propped up. I can't take the knee.
You can't take it down
because of this nerve. On this side, it goes easy all the way down.
Well, now, so by stretching, you were able to start walking again. Obviously, I know you take a nerve medication, which
yeah, that's kind of
HIPAA
the only
won't let
reason
me
why I'm
tell
still
you.
not crawling around drinking whiskey to keep from puking from the pain.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The pain level was so high, you were taking shots to try to get some sleep.
Yeah, but the nerve medication doesn't really affect the pain. Like this always burns. Like
All right, you just got
I
used
just
to
poured
it.
a cup of McDonald's coffee right in my groin. It always burns.
Yeah.
Okay, but it will start taking over. Like if I tried to force that stretch, I'll be able to do it later. If I tried to force that stretch, my leg would just seize up, and I wouldn't be able to stand like this. So I've gotten 50% of my muscle back here, and actually increased the left side muscle, basically by doing.
So that was the stretching. What are the strength stuff you've been doing? This is the squats you do.
Well, this was my ready position to open up my spine, which I got from the DPI yoga, but I could not straighten my leg all the way out, like they were showing you. Now I can go down. Now I can't do the high moon pose stuff because of my shoulder injuries, and I won't keep my feet together like you're supposed to for the yoga exercise. I got to keep them like under my hips. I couldn't do this 4 months ago. Going all the way out, I had to go straight down, which is a little bit problematical because it pinches that nerve some. So now I can go straight down. This happened like a couple of months ago. I could go straight down and then get into this position.
There's normal people that can't do that at all.
And come up from I don't go right back.